Hi, this is Miss Hina Imran, and today's lesson is going to be about writing creatively. I am going to show you different tips, different techniques on how to write creative writing, how to take it from the beginning and take it till the end. So, are you ready? Let's start. Let's get down to basics before you start. Why is creative writing such a big task when starting? Believe me, younger children have such a vast imagination that you can possibly dream of, but they lack the motor skills or lack in the knowledge in writing sentences with their limited spellings. In a simple language, I can say the freedom to express in writing is limited. So, a great way to engage them in a writing activity is to open the process up and distributing it into chunks using drawings, illustrations, giving them lots of questions, showing them to organize their sentences. Let's have a look on how we can do that. A goal without a plan is just a wish. If you're not going to be prepared, if you're not going to have a plan or structure, you are certainly going to be lost in creative writing. So it's better to have, a skeleton before you actually make up the whole story. First and the foremost thing to do is to start reading everything and anything you get your hands on, be it books, billboards, road signs, newspaper, articles, advertisements, or even a wrapper from your candy, chocolate, or chips. Just get in the habit to read with your child. This is a personal experience. My parents did it with me. I did it with my children, and believe me, it had positive results. And you know what's the best thing? You're actually spending quality time with your child when you are snuggled up on the bed with your child. It's a one-to-one basis, and it gives a great feeling to your child also. You need to put sight words, basic high frequency words at your home. It could be you writing by yourself or taking out the prints big enough to be able to see from far out. Put it up at a visible place where children can frequently see it. Observe things around you carefully. Make small sentences using things around you gradually, increasing the level by including because, why, how, so, in between. Make use of story starters or prompts to inspire them to start writing. So when you get a beginning, your mind starts to move towards that direction. You can imagine your character, create a plot, or even have some adventures in your story. You can even start with, basic startup lines like once upon a time, in the dark blue night, one sunny morning, at note, long time ago. These are interesting startup lines to start up with. Start with a drawing or illustration. Encourage children to put some words into their illustrations and explain them that pictures and stories go hand in hand. Creating a map with ideas is a good way to start writing a story. This is called mind mapping. You write the topic in the center. From there on, you come up with different ideas, and from those ideas come more ideas. You actually give structure to your writing. Let me show you some examples of mind mapping. All right, a mind mapping is usually having a center point where you put your topic, and then you have different branches coming out with ideas. Like if you look at this example, we are talking about a school, and the branches that came out was school has different places, school has different subjects, they have different people in it, and they have different material. And from these places came out more ideas, like what kind of places, like hall, field, library. When we talk about a subject, it could be science, art, English. When we talk about people, it could be all the teachers, it could be a headmaster or mistress. When you're talking about material, it could be a whiteboard, chair, duster, all these things. And can you see all these cute drawings? These are, cute pictures made by a child, which, actually brings mind mapping to an extra better level. A graphic organizer is also a very effective way to outline your writing structure. What I personally use with my student is the Foursquare. If you're starting with smaller children, I would advise talking about your topic the whole week, filling one square at a time and including vocabulary words in it. Best would be to have empty flashcards, and you can actually write the spellings of difficult words and put it up somewhere so your child, can see it and, learn the spellings too. All right, here is an example of a Foursquare. This is how a Foursquare looks like. It has 4 squares. The first square is usually the introduction of the topic that we are discussing. The second square has details about that particular topic, and the third square has more details on any adventure or any episode or any funny thing or sad thing that has happened. So you can write, a couple of sentences in the third square. The fourth square is the feeling sentences, where you're going to talk about your feeling relating to that topic. Center box now contains a complete sentence. Boxes 2 to 4 contains complete sentences which state reasons, examples, or explanations. Each must be different, real, and quantifiable. Students should be encouraged to illustrate these 4 squares. Let's look at some examples. A complete sentence of a topic is, school is a great place. Now, let's go on to first square. Why do you go to school? We learn here. The second square, why, we need a little bit more detailing, so we can write, we meet friends. In the third square, we do experiments, like you're talking about the things that you do at school. And the fourth one is the feeling one, where you are just going to write, I love my school, or I love schools. Now, when we want to level up, or when we want to give it a little bit more challenging for the child, we can actually go into more sentences. Moving from a 5-sentence to an 8-sentence paragraph, go back into the 4 square. Add 1 additional detailed sentence in each box. Elaboration, tell more about the topic or tell what is so great about it. Like, school is a great place. We learn here. Now, if you're going into detail, I can maybe write, I like to learn science. In second square, we wrote, we meet friends. Now, what kind of friends you meet? My best friend is in my class. In the third square, we do experiments. What kind of experiments do you do? I built a volcano yesterday. Now, the feeling sentence could be, I love my school. So you actually progress from a 5-sentence to an 8-sentence paragraph. You need to see how much your child is sponging in the brain. If they're comfortable with 5 sentences, if it's at the initial stage, it's all right for the 5-sentence. But after some times, if you move into detailing, that would be the best thing. Now, let's do a creative writing on our own on my friend. We talk about the subject first, whatever the topic is. Maybe if I'm writing about a friend, I can say, what does my friend look like? What is my friend's name? Does he or she have short hair or long hair? How old is he or she? So I will write, my friend Tom is a tall boy. Now, if I'm going into detailing, I can maybe add He is 7 years old, or he has short hair. I'll just go with he has short hair. Moving on to second square, I can maybe talk about my friend's nature or his or her likes. How many family members does my friend have? Where does he or she live? So I will write, he is a smart boy. And if I'm going into detailing, I can maybe write, he loves to play with me. All right, now moving on to the third square. Now the third square is usually the descriptive one. You can write about what you do together, any adventures you both have had together, any funny parts you experienced together. So I will write, we love to play together. Going into detailing, I can maybe write, yesterday he came to my place. All right, moving on to the fourth square. The fourth square should be the feeling sentence when we are helping the beginners. Why do you like your friend? Maybe because your friend likes to help you all the time. Or your friend is very kind, or is very talkative. So I will write, I like my friend because he helps me. Going into detailing, I can probably write, I love him because he's funny. So that's it. When you're talking about the fourth square, the only thing left to do for your child now is to copy all the sentences on a piece of paper, and they have a story now. Another technique is to go by the 5 W's: who, what, where, when, why. They're usually rectangular boxes, and we talk about the topic with questions like, who is the story about? What happened and what went down? Where does the story take place? When is the time and date? Why did it happen? Now, if you're writing a fantasy story, it's generally a good idea to talk about the characters of the story, its good and bad traits, then the setting, where is it happening, how is the weather. So, how do we start? This beginning would be the character, qualities and the setting. The middle part would be the problem, the adventure, and the last part would be the solution or the result, the outcomes. Thank you for watching the video, and if you liked it, please do share it and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any new videos from my side. Till then, bye.